What's up, everyone? Shakiel Mahjouri here for CBS Sports, and you know who this is. She is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Flyweight Champion, defending that title at the Sphere in Las Vegas for Noche UFC 306, opposite Valentina Shevchenko. Alexa Grasso, busy woman this week, I'm sure. How are you?
Hi, great, and you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for doing this. I can sense all the excitement, especially with the Sphere and Mexican Independence Day on the horizon. Before we talk about all that and the fight, if you had to take a guess, how many times have you faced off with Valentina Shevchenko at this point?
I don't know. I just lost count.
I talked to her today. She thinks that you two have probably set a record for face-offs. Do you think that's probably right?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah.
We have this fight at the Sphere coming up, and it seems like nobody except like Dana and the powers that be know what it's gonna look like. I am curious, do you have any questions or concerns about like how distracting fighting in that environment might be with all the screens and stuff like that?
Well, at the end of the day, when you're in the fight, I mean, there's some point that you can't hear anything about, what's going outside. You're just so focused on your fight that, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I know there were some like eyebrows raised when the main event featured an American fighter and a Georgian fighter. Obviously, Mexico is so well represented through this card. But I gotta say, Merab Dvalishvili has been doing his best to be an honorary Mexican. Have you enjoyed seeing him sort of embrace the Mexican culture and have fun with it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel it's funny and it's really nice that he's doing that kind of thing, tasting the food, the dancing, like trying to be more with Mexican crowd, and it's really nice to watch that.
Have you had a chance to like welcome him to your gym at all?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, we got to do that at some point. I think it'd be a good crossover. I've talked to both you and Valentina a number of times now between the first fight and this one. And one thing that Valentina has been very, very, very consistent about is her belief that she won that fight. When I asked her about maybe pressuring a little bit more this fight, being first this fight, she said, I don't have to do anything differently because I won that last fight. What does it tell you about Valentina that she's so determined that that was her fight and that she never lost?
I mean, I'm not on that. I'm just focused on my fight and my style, and I just want to fight again and win.
I feel like, and it's totally okay. I understand the time and pressure and energy that goes into stuff like this. I feel like in the past when we've talked, you've been a little more enthusiastic, a little bit more engaged. And I don't mind at all, but I'm curious, how has the workload and the training differed for this one, if at all, compared to the last couple of fights?
Well, every single fight, every last fight is the most important fight of your career. This is one of the most important fight of my career. I'm just focused. I'm happy and I'm ready. I just want to be there. I just want to be the Saturday night. I just want to be ready. Rubbing my hands and just be ready to fight. That's what I care the most.
Do you think you'll have the time to like, because I talked to the UFC's chief content officer, Craig Borsari, and he was telling me a little bit about what it's going to look like on fight night. Do you think you're going to have the time, maybe during the walkout, to just kind of like take everything in? Because I think it's going to be a once in a life walkout for you.
I don't know. I haven't been there. How can I know?
I hope you, in the middle of all that preparing for the fight, you can take a second and like really breathe it in, because I think it's going to be super cool. I just talked to Diego Lopes. I know that I don't know how this man is going to accomplish this, but he's going to fight Brian Ortega. And if he can, he's going to do his best to run right back there, meet you in the locker room, walk out with you, corner you. How much does it mean to you that Diego wants to be, there by your side so badly? He's going to do everything he can to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working for so long. He's my coach and he's been in my corner like a few fights. If he can do that and that's possible, I mean, that's the best scenario, but we're ready if that can't happen too. So it's really cool. We're gonna try our best to make that possible, but if not, we're ready for that too.
You know, there's been so much good coming out of your career. I mean, I remember the first time we talked ahead of the first Valentina fight, and look at you now, two Noche UFCs,
Mhm.
co-main eventing the Sphere. There's been a lot of success. Would you be willing to share one point in your career where you were feeling the lowest, where you were doubting yourself the most?
Mm, Kinda, when I was 115, I was win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, and I was tired of that thing. I was feeling like even that I was giving like everything I had, I was not having the success that I was having. But that just gave me a lot more motivation and courage to keep working harder. And yeah, I mean that I think that was the only point in my life where I felt like
What would you say, besides the weight cut, like what really helped you sort of turn that corner and kickstart this run that's led you to the UFC title and all these other accomplishments?
Well, the experience, getting all to, the age. Now I'm 31. Now I am not 22, 20, 21. It's been 10 years from that kind of, you learn a lot of things, you change a lot of things. So I think it's just, matter of time. You have to evolve as a human, a normal human too, and that helps a lot too.
Are you able, I feel like every high performing athlete sort of deals with this differently. Are you able to sort of like take a step back and sort of appreciate all the things you've done? I mean, when we talk about Valentina Shevchenko, we're talking about probably, one of the cornerstones of women's MMA, one of the greatest fighters of all time. And here you are leading the trilogy, going into the Sphere. Is it so busy that you don't get a chance to really like enjoy it, or have you been able to kind of take a step back and admire all your accomplishments?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I admire everything I'm doing. I love everything that I've been achieving. I love my career. I love everything I'm doing. I love my life. I love my life so much. And it's really cool. It just keeps me motivated to work harder than the day before and the week before and the year before.
Last thing, and I'll let you go. It feels like we've been talking about Valentina a lot last year and a half, basically. For Alexa Grasso, like, what is the what is the direction to making your legacy everything you believe it can be? For some fighters, that's becoming champ. For some fighters, it's like racking up title defenses like Anderson Silva. For you, what is the path that excites you most as you keep kind of crafting this Hall of Fame career?
Well, I mean, a lot of things I would like to just defend first, like as much as can, possible times my title, and then let's see.
We'll see what happens. Alexa, I want to leave you with the last word. So, very quickly for me, guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. Please subscribe, tap the bell, thumbs up. Let us know your official prediction. Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko, co main event, Noche UFC 306 at the Sphere. Alexa, if there's anything you want to tell the fans, I'd like to let you have the last word.
Oh no, and thank you so much for the opportunity of being here. Thank you so much for your support and don't miss our fight. Thank you so much.